Stick to rapping, bro. Your YouTube videos fucking suck.
Have you gone outside recently? I want to know how many of my viewers go outside. Of the 5 of you that go outside, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Because if you're seeing what I'm seeing, you're seeing something very strange. You're seeing something very unprecedented, something wild, something deadly. The thing that I'm seeing is I'm watching people literally change shape and turn into something they're not. Something that has been marketed to them. What I'm talking about is social engineering. What's social engineering, you may ask? It's when shit is implemented into the society, bro. And changes the way people think. Let me break it down. Humans are social creatures. Humans like to coagulate. People like to talk to each other. People like to be cool and have friends. And if you don't have friends, you're probably suicidal. So, nobody wants to be suicidal, so you have friends. So what you have to do is you have to taper yourself to the group. You have to contain yourself, You can't go around making friends naked. People are going to think you're a crazy person. That's not how things work. So we have to sacrifice a degree of our own individuality to be a part of this larger whole. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. That's a lot I just said there. Essentially, bro, you're this, but in order to be a part of the rest of the world, you gotta fit in. You gotta fit in like it's high school. High school never ends. High school never ends. There's a bunch of hierarchies. There's a bunch of little cliques. There's a bunch of little things, right? Let me tell you a story. Story time with Soldi. I took a trip to Yodi Land, specifically Benjamin City, and I wanted to go see a new movie in Benjamin City. And so I walk in to the Benjamin City movie theater, and all I'm seeing around me is a bunch of the same people. First thing I say, I'm like, damn, nigga, look at all these young people, the future. So I'm looking around at my young peers and I'm like, damn, bro, what the fuck? All I saw around me were the same faces, the same haircuts, the same clothes, the same voices, the same words being used. And I thought, holy shit, bro, I'm in the Matrix. Was Andrew Tate right? I don't know. But it was a really unsettling feeling to see all these people just be the same. And I knew what they were trying to do. They were trying to be different. How the fuck does that work? Life is like a FPS competitive shooter. It's like CSGO. It's like Valorant, Rainbow Six Siege, where there's a meta involved. There's a preferred method of playing. And if you want to win in the social game and make friends, bro, you have to move a certain way. That's just the way it is. It's fucked up. It's always been that way in that regard. But there's something different now. And it's this goddamn phone. People love to see what they see on the screen because they live vicariously through it. They live through the screen. They're in love with it. They'd marry this bitch if they wanted. They'd marry it. Oh, Siri, will you marry me? Is that you? If it's you, bro, subscribe to the Soldi Man today. I can change your life. It's the TikTok, bro. It's the gram. It's the Snapchats. If you're still on that bullshit, fuck Snapchat. It's really wild because what I'm fucking seeing is these TikTok trends are literally coming to life. Niggas always talk about NPCs, and then they become the NPC. Like, what the fuck? I always notice that. It's the most bot niggas talk about NPC shit, dehumanizing humans. Like, bro, that's literally bot shit. That's what they want you to do. I don't know why y'all do that. Giving in, like, bro, like, we're all human. I was with my, I came here with a Hispanic friend. You know what I'm saying? Both in Benjamin City. He was like, bro, I didn't know Edgars were real. Because we were in the theater. There were a lot of Edgars. Shout out to all my guys. I love y'all. Nothing wrong with, dressing a certain type of way and having your hair cut a certain type of way. But it's like they were mobbed up. Same thing with the light-skinned guys. I'm like, dang. Oh my God. All the light-skinned guys had the same haircut. All of them. With Nike Tech on. Nice little pair of Jordans. I mean, you look fly, but you look same as the next guy. So what's the fuck? And like I said, bro, it's these TikTok trends changing the way people think. And it's not just the way people dress and look, but it's also the way people talk and speak. So we're moving a degree further. Listen, have you noticed If you're black, you know exactly what the fuck I'm about to say next. How fucking normal ass black slang has become so widespread, but it used to be like one thing. Like it used to be locked in. For example, jit. That's a Florida thing. But I see people with no business saying jit. You're not from Florida saying that shit. Like, bro, you're not a Floridian. You're not a Kodak. Why are you saying jit? You're not from there. On God. Yo, back in the day, people did not say on God like that. I don't know why everybody says on God now. Like, I mean, it's a pretty easy phrase to say. Like, okay, I'm putting this on God. But the white boys were not saying this 5 years ago. They were not. 5 years ago, they were playing Fortnite. Okay? And they were not saying on God. They were saying res me. Same thing with for real, for real. A lot of white boys were not saying, everybody's saying, and it's not that I have a problem with that. It's just that you weren't saying that before, and I think that's interesting. Okay? I think that's a little bit interesting. Now, how you speak is connected to the way you think. So if people are starting to speak a certain way, the next thing you're going to start thinking a certain way. And I'm noticing more than ever, if you want to fit in with a certain group, you got to tailor yourself to that. Like I said before, right? So it's like the meta is, listen, if you want to be with the cool Brody bros, the meatheads, or whatever you want to be with, you have to like be like on God, bro, for real, blah, 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 blah. You have to speak their language. You develop a non-accent, an internet generated accent to go hang out with these niggas. And I'm like, yo, that's kind of wild. I mean, you're listening to the Soldy Man. What else can I say? Shit is so wild. When I walked into that movie theater, bro, changed the way I saw life. Changed the way I saw life. It's just people just want to be friends. People just want to be themselves around other people. But they end up turning themselves into clones, ironically. So the way I feel personally, me personally, I'm gonna speak for myself. I feel like I'm being gaslit. I feel like I'm being lied to, lost, stranded. Cause it's like, are we not all seeing the same thing right now? Up to date with current events. Like, are we not on the same page right now? Nobody's worried about that shit. You know, everybody's in their own little bubble. Okay, fine. But where does that leave you? This leads me to a broader, bigger point that I want to touch on, actually. And it's this paradigm of gaslighting we're in. We see the most retarded shit, the most dumbest shit ever take place. We're like, oh, you know, that's nothing. That's not really real. It's not really real. But then it becomes real. What are you going to do? You're so used to not talking about the things, so used to not being yourself, so used to fitting in, that when it's time to be a leader, you falter and you fold. Bro, this is why I love the underground so much. It's because it's just a bunch of niggas doing their own thing. But like, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's more common more than ever. If you go to McDonald's and they're like, you didn't order that. You didn't order that. Like you didn't order that. Bitch, I did order it. You just heard me wrong. It's like you're just bad at your job. You're just bad at your job and you're afraid to say it. You're bad at being yourself and you're afraid to say it. It's alright, bro. We all make mistakes. Be yourself. Making mistakes, being flawed, being human is a part of being yourself. You can't be a fucking digital trendy robot, bro. That's what niggas want to be nowadays. Trendy robots. Are you going to be a trendy robot or are you going to be a fucking boss? If everybody is doing what the next man is doing, who the fuck is doing the shit that needs to be done? If you won't do it, who will? No one else can be yourself but you. I'm not saying anything new. I'm not. But how long will we continue to like live online in this abstract space where like nothing exists? Like there's no organic shit. Niggas are just memes now. Niggas are literally memes. Walking memes. Walking jokes. Walking pieces of nothing. Waste of space. Dead ass. Like what? That's another one. I did not used to say dead ass. I rarely ever say that. But like, it's one of those things, bro. Hey man, become Soldy today. Like, comment, subscribe. You know how I love all my viewers. I'm coming through with a new schedule, yo. Things are about to change. The revolution starts now.